Hi guys, today we have some important BRC20 Bitcoin DeFi updates for you, primarily focused around Fractal Bitcoin, but there is just so much more. As you know, mainnet is very likely coming in September, and there are a couple very simple things that you can do in testnet of Fractal Bitcoin to position yourself from just using maybe 5 or 10 minutes of your time to potentially get 5 figures if you're going to be using multiple wallet strategy. There's been some speculation that there might actually be a Zora airdrop. There's been some insider stuff going on perhaps, but maybe in September we're going to get an airdrop announcement from Zora, so stay tuned for that. As you know, community is everything, and if you really want to make the most out of this crypto cycle, you really need to be around people who know what they're doing. In our channel, BRC20 Bitcoin ecosystem, over the last year and a half, we've been really smashing it, providing incredible alpha almost daily, and this has been one of the central hubs in all of crypto that I know of that really provides you information that can keep you on top of your game. If this is something that interests you, make sure to check out our subscriptions page in our official website. Here you can see a Discord plans for monthly or yearly memberships, or even an airdrop tracking application, and especially when you're doing multiple wallets and multiple ecosystems, something that can help you keep track of all these airdrops is just so efficient. Now, onto Fractal Bitcoin. So the most important thing to understand is why we even need Fractal Bitcoin. Anyone who has ever done any transaction on Bitcoin network knows that the freaking blockchain is so damn slow. You need about 10 minutes for every transaction to pass through. It is more expensive. It is just not very user-friendly. But Fractal is looking to revolutionize this, and it's basically going to bring you much faster transaction speeds, as well as much lower transaction costs. So this is basically the principles for DeFi to flourish. So, of course, this video would not be possible without incredible threads from people on Twitter, which I will give a shout out to. Also, there's been a very simple to follow guide from Francis Doom on YouTube just from a couple of days ago. So I gotta give shout outs to these guys. So if you're not going to do anything on Fractal Bitcoin, and you just want to do the bare minimum to potentially qualify, then this is the stuff you have to do. First things first, you gotta get yourself some testnet Fractal Bitcoin tokens, but of course, assuming you already have a Unisat wallet. If you don't have a Unisat wallet yet, this is the first thing that you have to do before getting testnet tokens. So make sure to go to unisat.io, download the extension based on, like, if you're on mobile or a laptop or PC, but yeah, it's much smoother experience on a desktop. So get your wallet first. In classic installing of wallet is just 12 word seed phrase, nothing special. Once you have your wallet, then you need to go to the faucet page where you will be basically copy pasting your public wallet address. You need to go here in the top right to go to Fractal Bitcoin. You need to go to this testnet phase. So you choose this network, and then you have to copy paste your ordinals or native SegWit address. So basically copy paste it here and claim some tokens. You can do this every 6 hours. So once you've collected your tokens, you can start to experiment a little. The most basic thing you can do is going to Fractal Testnet Unisat BRC20. Again, all the links that we always talk about in our videos are always in the description of the video, but you need to go to the website to reach all the links of the video. So you simply go to this link, and here you can find all the ongoing mints for BRC20 tokens in testnet. So if you want to basically see some that you want to mint, you go here in the in progress tab and maybe choose something that's like an 80%. Go here, and you need to connect your wallet, of course. Oh my god, you also have to update it to 1.4.5, damn it. So yeah, this is another thing you actually have to do. If you haven't updated your wallet, you need to go here in manage extension. You can see it's 1.4.4.1. Just go here in update tab, and now I have to wait like a minute for it to be updated because I was doing this on another browser earlier. Alright, now that it's updated, we can continue. Also, if you don't see this update part, this means that you just have to enable this developer mode here in top right. Okay, so now that we know what to do, now we can actually go back to our inscribe page, and here you can simply find anyone. It doesn't matter, it's just testnet. So you can just mint directly over here, choose the amount you want to mint, you can put any amount that you want, you have testnet tokens anyway. Self-issuance, okay, so it can be minted in batches, fine, then we'll just mint one. Only the holder of the deploy inscription can mint. Okay, so apparently we cannot use this self-issuance tab, so just choose any other that we have. Let's go here in progress. Maybe we'll have more luck with this one. Next. Okay, so here you see it's basically the same thing as mainnet Unisat inscription. It is just on a fractal Bitcoin network. So yeah, you just select the receiver address. If you're connected with a wallet, you can just choose the one that you're here. Again, you don't have to worry about sats here. You can put even like 20 if you want, or 15. It doesn't matter because it's just testnet tokens. It's not real money. And then everything is exactly the same as a mainnet transaction. It's just done on a testnet, fractal Bitcoin testnet. So with this simple couple clicks, yeah, it says that like it's unnecessarily high, but it doesn't really matter. Again, testnet tokens. So there you go. And you've done your first transaction on fractal Bitcoin. It is that simple. Now, if you want to also take this a little bit further, then you can also go here in the inscribe part. So here you can actually deploy your own BRC20 token on fractal Bitcoin. You can put anything you want, or it can be something like meaningful as well, but it doesn't matter. You just press here. You can put the amount that you want to deploy for the maximum. We can put 21 million is by default, but you can also put like 10 if you want. Doesn't matter. And then like you can play around with this a little bit. Doesn't really matter. And then you just press next, and then you're minting. All right. And then you simply repeat the process as before. We can put like whatever, it doesn't matter. And then of course you can also put your own wallet address to receive this, and then you pay with wallet. It's just super straightforward, super simple. And okay, so apparently I spent no, I need to wait for the first transaction to finalize. Okay, yeah. So yeah, transactions on Fractal should be faster, like 30 seconds on average, but sometimes you still have to wait for the original transaction to go through, and then you can send another one so that UTXOs don't get all mixed up. But yeah, like basically these two simple things that you can do is already qualifying you potentially for a Fractal Bitcoin airdrop. And if this is all that you want to do, that's fine. You can stop here, but you can also do a little bit more. Like it's the same thing as with mainnet transactions, only you're not playing with real money, you're playing with actually testnet money. So you can get some files on Bitcoin testnet, you can get some text. Everything is literally the same. We will come back to the testnet stuff, but now let's take a look at some mainnet transactions that you can do now if you want to speculate on the Fractal Bitcoin airdrop. Starting with potentially Uniworlds. Uniworlds is trying to build some kind of metaverse on Fractal Bitcoin. It's one of the first dApps that is deployed, well, NFT collections that is going to be deployed on Fractal Bitcoin. And if you wish to perhaps speculate that might qualify you for their future airdrop, you can go to Magic Eden and pick up some of these Uniworlds, Key of Destiny, that we talked about before. This is speculative. If you want to waste or spend maybe a couple $100 for a floor price NFT, you can do so. Just keep in mind that this might not give you the results that you want. However, why I would maybe recommend actually doing this is not just because of Fractal Bitcoin, but also because of Magic Eden, because there is a Magic Eden airdrop. As we've mentioned in our previous videos, we have seen that Magic Eden Foundation is actually an account on Twitter, and of course, it wasn't very difficult to connect the dots to understand that there's going to be a Magic Eden token. So there's not any announcement of a snapshot being taken just yet. So if you wish to speculate on Magic Eden airdrop, you can go to the Bitcoin network here in their official website, and here you can buy some NFTs, or you can even do so on other networks. They're deployed on Solana, Ethereum, Polygon, Base, and many others. But this is a Bitcoin-centered video, so if you wish to get some NFTs on Bitcoin, probably using Magic Eden as a marketplace is a very, very good idea. Again, never financial advice, but Runestone, for example, is going to have 2 more airdrops in the future, just like Dog Go to the Moon was airdrop to Runestone holders. There's going to be 2 more airdrops for Runestone holders, so perhaps getting some Runestones for super cheap compared to how expensive they were just a couple months ago. They're currently down 90%. So if you want to spend maybe $500, $600 for a Runestone, this could be a good time to scoop something up from the floor prices. Now, there's some other speculative things that you can do on mainnet if you wish. As you know, the Fractal Bitcoin is being developed by Unisat team, so holding or playing around with any tokens using Unisat Marketplace or the mainnet platform of Unisat wallet is always recommended. For example, maybe holding some blue chips like Sats, or maybe even Pizza, which was airdropped for Unisat users just a couple months ago. Those might all be criteria that will position you for some nice juicy rewards in the future. But in other news, let's get back to some of the fractal Bitcoin stuff that you can do in testnet still. And now onto a couple more fractal Bitcoin testnet activities you can do. Starting with satspump.fun. This is basically the pump of fractal Bitcoin. They're basically trying to be a first place where people will go to launch new tokens and, of course, meme coins on fractal Bitcoin. Really great things on this platform as well that you can look forward to. Primarily the fact that liquidity pools will automatically be burned to ensure that liquidity can never be removed from the developers, which should, in theory, reduce rugs as fractal Bitcoin launches. Another thing that they have announced is that there's going to be a largest BRC20 airdrop for everyone who's going to be using satspump.fun. So this is something also to look forward to. And finally, they're saying that there's going to be a utility token and first meme coin on Fractal, which is going to be their token, their platform token. Now, if you're into NFTs, you also have this Honzomomo Ordinals collection in the making, which is going to be the first Ordinals collection on Fractal Bitcoin. So this is something to keep an eye out for, definitely as a first mover advantage. And finally, there is also something that is branded as a Uniswap of Fractal Bitcoin developed by OPNet. It's called Motoswap. And this is going to be a first DEX for Fractal Bitcoin. As you can see, you can already play around with its testnet phase, and all you have to do is, for starters, update your Unisat wallet. And once your Unisat wallet is updated and you have some testnet Fractal Bitcoin tokens, you can go here in the wrap tab, and if this was working, I would actually be able to wrap my tokens. And once you wrap your tokens up here, of course, after you've connected the wallet, after you've made sure that you're on the Fractal testnet, both on the website and in the wallet itself, then and only then can you be able to wrap your tokens here. Then you go here in the swap function, and then you will be able to swap your wrapped BTC for some Moto tokens, any amount that you want. It's basically carbon copy of Uniswap. And then here you can go in the pools tab and add liquidity by adding your newly swapped Moto tokens and pairing them with wrapped BTC. It's that simple. And now on to a couple more of the Fractal Bitcoin testnet activities you can consider doing. Starting with satspump.fun, and this is basically a launch platform for new tokens on Fractal Bitcoin in the testnet phase. When it goes in mainnet, this might be an incredible place to capture incredible returns on your potential investment, because of course, if you catch a hot mint early, might do multiples. Never financial advice, but this is definitely something interesting to consider. Now, another couple amazing things about this satspump.fun is the fact that there's going to be a liquidity burning mechanism, which means that it's going to be reducing the amount of rugs on platform substantially, in theory, because it will automatically burn the LP to ensure that liquidity can never be removed by maybe malicious developers. Now, they also announced that there's going to be a largest BRC20 airdrop for people who are going to be using this platform, and some communities that are already included are, for example, people who have been holding Ordi, Pizza, Sats, and of course, Bitmaps. So if you're a holder of these, you can look forward to a juicy steamy in the make. You can see the whole list of tokens that are eligible here in this exact thread. And finally, there's also a meme coin launch from them as well. And this is going to be the first meme coin on Fractal Bitcoin, the satspump.fun token itself. If you are into NFTs, there's going to be a first Ordinals collection on Fractal, which is going to be launching in September. It's called Honzomomo. There's a whole story behind it, which we don't have time to get into now, but it is actually the first. They have first mover advantage, so they might do something. You never know. And finally, there's also something that is being branded as Uniswap on Fractal Bitcoin. It is developed by OPNet. It's called Motoswap. And here you can see that the user interface is almost the same as Uniswap. All you have to do is connect your updated Unisat wallet. Then you have to wrap your Fractal Bitcoin tokens. So if this was working for me at the moment, I don't know if it's internet or something, but if this was working, you would be able to go here, wrap your balance, and then you will be able to swap, go here in the swap functionality and swap your wrapped BTC into a Moto token. So you would go here, choose the MOTO token. And then once you've finished the swap, you will go here in the pools tab. And here simply add liquidity and add your newly swapped MOTO token and wrap Bitcoin. These are all the activities that you can do currently on the MOTOSwap platform. And last activity you can do for Fractal Bitcoin preparation has to do with Infinity AI. You can create some artwork and post it on their platform. Here you can use their AI software to generate any kind of art you feel like doing. You can also participate in some social tasks by simply connecting your Twitter Discord, following their accounts on Twitter, and joining their Discord. Now, there's a lot more to do with Bitcoin ecosystem, but two primary news that I want to share with you today have to do with a BRC20 fork that is coming on September 2nd. Basically, it's going to add much more DeFi functionality for Bitcoin ecosystem, and this is actually very, very anticipated for a couple months already. And without getting too technical, it is going to basically provide a better DEX and farming experience on Bitcoin. There's going to be an improved indexer, marketplace, and many, many other functionalities. But most importantly for us, all of us who hold BRC20 tokens, we're going to be airdropped an equivalent amount of BRC20 tokens, but on a BRC100 functionality. So on this new BRC20 fork, it's called BRC100. It's happening very soon on September 2nd. And finally, there's something called Tap0 or Tap Wallet. For everyone who is bullish on Track and Tap protocol, this might be something that you are interested in. Basically, they're launching a stamps collection as well as Tap0 collection, which is going to be providing you with zero fees on their future utility and their platform. It costs $40 plus mint fee, and currently sats are super, super cheap. So you can probably save a lot of money if you are minting now. So this is, again, very speculative. We were joking in our Discord just a couple hours ago how this is like poor man's Track validator license, because like Track is the real deal and this is a lot cheaper and a lot more speculative. But if you feel like burning or investing about $40-50 into something a lot very speculative, maybe this is something that you want to consider doing. After all, it will give you another Unisat wallet transaction, and as we learned with Pizza Airdrop, just having a Unisat wallet transaction is sometimes already enough to get you some really juicy airdrops. And that's the most condensed version of all the BRC20 and Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem updates for today. For a more comprehensive, in-depth guide and support on all the things BRC20, of course, we're waiting for you in our Discord. And if you're serious about this arena, if you're serious about crypto, we highly recommend that you are a part of a community that really knows what they're doing, that live and breathe crypto. One such community is ours. So thanks for watching, and if you have any comments or questions, drop them in the comment sections below. If you like the content, of course, like and subscribe with bell notifications on. Thanks for watching. Till next time, have an amazing day.